So I'm sitting here about to drive into day 2 of a long weekend here in Canada. And yesterday was a huge day for us. We reached a new best day ever, which is fantastic. Definitely traffic was higher than normal because of the holiday, but our KPIs, our average spend and units per cart, were really strong yesterday. And that just made me think of how important key prime, peak, whatever you want to call it, days and times are, and how important it is to protect those and really focus on your sales floor during those times. So definitely, what are holidays coming up that you need to think about? What day or two of the week are your busiest days? What times of the day are your busiest days? And when you're aware of those, when you know what they are, then you can be sure not to be distracting with other tasks and things, and you can be 100% focused on results during those times, you and your team. Yesterday, as people were coming in, we had our little huddles, and I was talking to them about, okay, today's going to be a big day. Everything is about the guests on the floor. Everything is about customer service, making sure people find what they need, making sure the store looks great, and keeping on top of inventory. And man, did those results come, and that was great. I just wanted to share that thought. Maybe you have a long weekend or holidays coming up. Make sure you're using reporting if you can too, because sometimes I've found what I think is my busiest day or time is not when I check the report. And, depending on what kind of systems you have, you might have to do that manually. You might have to run some kind of report, but you could check, sales dollars, you could check transactions, you could check traffic, depending what you think is a good indicator of your peak times. I've got some interviews coming up. I've got, some, cleaning that needs to get done, some merchandising changes, all that stuff is going to wait till Tuesday, till after the holiday at least, because I want to make sure that we're maximizing everything we can during those peak times and getting that money in the till. That's what it's all about. Another part of that is getting your people on board with that too. So making sure that they're focused on the right things, that they're ready for a big day. The energy is high, the music is pumping. That kind of environment can really help set those peak times and days as well. Maybe we're moving a bit faster during those peak times, and we're literally moving faster, to keep that energy high. And I remember at the body shop when I was managing, and there we had a pretty high volume store, and we used loofahs. We used different color loofahs, as whoever was the sales floor person running the sales floor had different color loofahs depending what kind of pace or energy we needed. So when it was go time, I think it was a red loofah, or maybe it was pink, I forget, but we decided the colors. And when it was peak time, that person would kind of walk around swinging around that loofah, and that was a key to let everybody know it's go time, let's get our focus on the floor. And that was kind of a fun way to do that. So maybe you have your own signals or your own times, or ways that you can communicate that to your team and kind of make it fun. Another important thing about peak times is what kind of goals are you setting? So do you have sales goals? Do you have KPI goals that you're trying to hit? I think for us, it was really exciting for my team because they closed the end of the night. And when I got the recap email, they were so excited about the fact that we had a peak day. And if we didn't track those results, if we didn't know what our last highest day was, they wouldn't have known that they achieved that. And, and they would have missed that celebration. So, maybe I could have got it to them later, but they were excited in the moment. I'm sure they were tracking, as the night goes on, oh, we're so close to meeting our last best day, let's get it. And I'm sure that was a lot of fun for them too. So that's another thing you can make sure of is, do people know the numbers? Is there some kind of target or goal that you're trying to achieve? Because those things can just make it more challenging and more fun. And then for anybody that's, maybe a district manager or a corporate leader, things like that, that's something to consider too when we're downloading to the stores. Is this the right time to be rolling out a communication, changing a process, all that kind of stuff? Because those things will impact our focus on the sales floor if we're working on those other things as well. And sometimes those things can't be avoided, so is there additional resources we can provide with that? Maybe a couple of hours of extra labor to help compensate for that, if we absolutely need to do it at those peak times. But if it can at all be avoided, it's best to bring those things out when it's not as crazy busy. So Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video was helpful. And I'm going to head out for day 2 of a really super busy weekend. Have a great day, everyone.